And for more on the opening, we are joined by Akshay Dongare. Well, Akshay, how significant is this reopening in practical terms, if you talk about, given its limited passage, and what does it really change on the ground for the Gazans compared to the near total closure of access points since literally May?
Well, Lipakshi, this opening serves as a hope for the Palestinian people, especially the ones who were trapped inside inside the Gaza complex, or who fled the fighting and they wanted to come back to be reunited with their family members. Whoever has survived as far as the 2 years almost of the bloody conflict is concerned. So it serves as a hope because earlier it was absolutely closed, but now at least. Even at a limited if you call it limited capacity, but still the people will be allowed to actually cross into Egypt as far as the Rafah border is concerned. So the situation is improving, is what we can say, as far as the on ground condition of the Palestinian people especially are concerned, because they have been the biggest victim of not only the conflict, but also the terrorism that Hamas, the terror attack that Hamas, carried out in Israel on 7th of October. Because those were the people who have lost their family members. Those were the people who were not armed. Those were the people who faced the brunt of Israel's retaliation as far as its action against Hamas is concerned. So as of now, while the capacity, as we have showed, is about 150 to 200, a temporary screening center has been set up at Rafah, because only after stringent security checks and measures you'll be allowed to cross into either Israel or Egypt. Plus, the situation is improving. However, the Egyptian, the Palestinian authorities have said that there are about 20,000 people who are in dire need of medical attention, and they need to be provided with proper medical attention, and that can only be possible after they leave the Rafah border. So they are demanding for more, but obviously, while the Israeli authorities have given some sort of permission to cross outside outside the Gaza complex, the numbers are limited, and if the situation remains calm, the situation remains the same, then we can expect the more numbers to be added, more screening centers to be added, and situation to improve even further. But whether that will serve in the interest of Hamas or other groups there, that is a big question, because every time the situation improves, there is some sort of nefarious activity that takes place, which causes more harm to the people.
Right, and 20,000 people out there are definitely awaiting medical aid. Also, with Israel previously citing security concerns to justify taking control of the Palestinian side, how sustainable do you think is this under the current ceasefire framework, which is a key part of the second phase of US President Trump's truce plan as well?
Well, it's not sustainable for indefinite period of time. It is sustainable at this point in time. It's sustainable, let's say, for foreseeable future, but not indefinitely. So certainly, other alternatives will have to be found out as far as giving some sort of authority back to the Palestinian people, as far as their own governance is concerned, and even though Israel is saying that they will be controlling the security of the Gaza complex, but it cannot happen for an indefinite period of time, and Israel will also have to give a certain time frame in which they definitely plan to withdraw from the region.
All right, Akshay, thank you so much for all those details.